Hey traders, happy hump day. This is Ron Haidt at Market Tamer. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. As always, nothing in this presentation shall constitute a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Trading stocks and options involve risk and specific financial issues should always be addressed by your financial advisor. Lead out here with the Q's new all-time highs. Was up 65 cents today. The SMH also hit new all-time highs. They had a gap up, finishing higher by almost 1.5%. The spiders actually finished down a whopping 71 cents, and the diamonds, well, the Dow ETF finished flat. Bulls still have the edge here. Now, I keep getting requests for a potential weekend event. I am back in town. I'll be here this weekend. So this is what we're going to do. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. So 10 a.m. in New York City, 7 a.m. on the West Coast. I'm going to show you the top 10 hottest stocks. Remember, I talked about previous stocks like Home Depot, Tiffany's, Oriental Education, Ulta, Amazon. There were a bunch of stocks. Every one of those was moving higher. I'll show you the next group of stocks set to soar and crash in the weeks ahead. It's rare that I do a weekend event, so please register ASAP. It's free. I'll send you home with your own hot list. It's limited to 500 seats. When I do these events, we max out registration, so please register at the bottom of this video, or if you're getting it by email ASAP, just to lock it in. I look forward to seeing you there. All right, back to some stocks. How about healthcare? UNH. If I zoom in here, this stock is really starting to get beaten up. It was below 210, finished at 216. That does not count as a hammer stick candle. Now, they had earnings yesterday. Today there was some follow through. The direction right now is down. If you take a look at something like Cigna, CI, down over 3%. We finished lower. That is not a hammer either, still moving down. This is all on the heels of not only earnings, but also, I guess, Bernie Sanders was out talking about healthcare for all and Medicare and all that. I'm not saying yes or no, it's positive or negative. The fact is the stocks are just selling off for now. Here is THC, Tenet Healthcare, down another 10% after yesterday's drubbing. A teeny bit of support here, but that really isn't that great. Really? 1750 support. So after yesterday's big move, if puts were added, they're probably saving some bacon today because of those technical breakdowns. How about Humana? This is one stock that is showing the potential for a hammer, but given everybody else isn't that we're looking at, I would still put caution here. But if I wanted to try and be long a stock like HUM, if it gets below the intraday low today, that would have to be a stop out because otherwise it could just keep plummeting. All in all, the stock only down 0.94%. That's a win considering how everybody else got beaten up. And the healthcare ETF XLV as in Victor, we did not look at this one yesterday, but we looked at individual healthcare stocks. Well, this one blew through on a rise in volume, a previous support level. Today, it went down again. Next support, the Christmas Eve lows, down around 80 bucks, still $5+ lower. These healthcare stocks and a lot of others too all took a beating today, so they remain bearish. IBM had earnings last night. The stock ended up finishing lower by 4% despite the Qs going to new highs. It did, if I zoom in here, rally off the lows. It actually tagged the 20-day EMA, but here's the thing. It finished below the 50-day SMA, which is the orange line. That is an institutional moving average. It didn't finish below it by much, but it did finish below it. The immediate target is going to be the 200-day in purple, another institutional average, which ties in with the low on 3.8, that little swing low. We get below that, I don't know if this gap up is going to act as much support. If we were able to crack two major moving averages, a previous low, gap fill becomes the target. So right now, technically speaking, when I say technically, it means by the chart, we're bearish. The chart is bearish with what IBM did today, closing below the 50-day. How about BK? This is Bank of New York Mellon. This one is interesting because after trading in a range for a while, some other banks like JP Morgan, Citigroup saw their stock prices go up. So Bank of New York Mellon was rallying too, but still stuck in the range. Comes out with earnings, gives back the other bank's gap up, takes out a previous low. Target, yeah, back at Christmas Eve, 44 bucks, still 10% lower on BK. Here's a stock I came across we don't look at hardly ever, which is Realty Income. The stock has been pretty much on a nice uptrend. Every once in a while, it dips below moving averages. But here's the thing. If you look at this picture, you would say, well, if we use the orange line, the 50-day simple moving average, institutional average. We get below it, it doesn't really go much lower, and then it rallies. Gets below it, I zoom in here, one day, but then immediately rallies, holds the previous low. Then we get a tank down on December 24th, immediate rally, meaning there's no follow through in a big way to the downside. That changed today. This stock finished at the lows of the session at 67.77. And that hasn't happened in over a year, that we actually had some serious follow through, almost a year to the day. So if I was still bullish on a stock like this, we would call it XYZ. Seeing this kind of fracturing of the technical support, and it's different than the other pullbacks, this is definitely a sentiment change on this stock. Sellers are coming in. The target right now would be all the way down here near the 200-day, which is almost 10% lower. And I just wanted to say thanks for the kind post of the videos. I do read them, and I'm glad that so many of you enjoy them. I'll try to keep these as simple as possible without complicating things, without opinions and indicators galore. So hopefully it is nice and easy, simple to follow, and I'm glad that you do enjoy them. Wish you guys all the very best, and remember, at the bottom of the YouTube video, you can register for Saturday's special event. It'll be 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. You're not going to be disappointed. Folks that come, they're blown away at the simplicity of what I'm going to show you. These repetitive patterns keep happening in the market. They've happened for centuries. Outside of the stock market, in the stock market, there's ebbs and flows, and I'll show you exactly how to spot them and which stocks tend to run higher and lower at different times of the year. So wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Take good care.